Okay, so we have randomized a list of the 46 Robot Masters, and we're gonna play it in that order. Now there are a couple stipulations. We can use like a Tetris. I guess I don't know what blockout. If we hit one Robot Master, and we're like, I don't want to play this one right now, we can put it in storage and then go to the next one on the list, but we can't skip more than one. If we get to another one, we're like, well, we don't want to play this one, we have to go back to the one in storage. There isn't really a good way to let everyone know what the order is.
You'd have to make a whole new layout, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'll consider that in the future. But for now, there's no order on there. I had the order in front of me, so you'll just have to take my word for it. We generated it before we started. We each have a different order, so that it adds a little bit more chaos to it. Oh, that's the other stipulation. We can enter a stage to like get an item or something, and leave it and die and have to leave the stage. But we can't beat the Robot Master. But then we just have to die. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oddly enough, the test run I did off stream I had Spark first.
Spark is the first Robot Master I ever learned to beat, like just on its own. I don't know why. So I'm like not unfamiliar with using Buster against him, but like getting his
he wasn't too bad.
Weapon doesn't really help.
Not really, no.
All it really means is that Magnet could be done earlier. You take way longer than I remember to kill with Buster. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, yep, that's really bad. I'm actually gonna...
Well, I guess that'll be helpful. I would have preferred an E-Tank, but... Which, hey, maybe this won't be so bad because I won't be trying to, like, stay close to him with the stupid plant barrier.
Ooh, okay, take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. Ooh, okay. Oh, okay, we got there. Whew.
Oh yeah, I had to kind of relearn how to do that without Rush Jet, so that was interesting.
Oh shit.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, that's not good. Oh. You! Stop it. Stop that.
Oh, this isn't looking good so far.
Yeah, that's what your Saints call it. That'd be really cool.
Actually, that wasn't bad.
I really think the charge shot is a nice equalizer for the later games.
Yeah, 2 and 3 are the ones that scare me.
Oh!
And even 2 isn't that bad because we already know how to do quick Buster only, so...
Never mind. I have Tomahawk second. I did not see that. Well, that's a problem. What do I have after Tomahawk? Charge? I mean, Charge is fine. I use Buster on Charge sometimes anyways.
Ah. I think that was a dropped jump input that got me.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Fucking fuck.
I'd like to at least see somebody do like a Wily Wars randomizer. That one should be easy because it's already all in one game.
Yeah. Well, and then you could throw in the Wily Tower too as like a part of that, as like even more of a change up.
Yeah.
Like just doing it normally.
Oh god.
You did a lot of feather. Is that what happened? Did he feather a lot?
Yeah. No. I got desperate. It's so like they only do the same thing twice. They can only do the same thing twice in a row. It's so predictable, but it's also so hard to work around.
I feel like our mind gets ready for them to do something that would actually be intelligent, and then it's never the case.
It's the jumping at me that I can't handle when he puts me in a fucking corner. That's where everything just goes to hell. Oh no, the dropped input. Well, and I think we also talked about potentially save stating at bosses so we wouldn't have to redo the stage, but I did not do that, so...
Oh yeah, that's right. Nope, let's not do that. Not gonna try that. So what, you just save it there, right? Oh no, oh this is bad.
I was going to, but I did not.
Well, it's fine. I'm not gonna do
And most
that
of my logic for that was that, like, the stages aren't gonna be what give us trouble, basically.
Yeah.
So redoing the stages is literally just time loss.
Ah! You literally did the worst thing you could have. Oh, you. Oh no. Oh no. He's jumping too much. No!
Yeah, the jumping is what screws me up.
Well, because he knows he can jump and we can't.
Yeah.
I could jump.
He doesn't
if I
have.
want. Can you? No. Of course, he jumped first.
Scarlet should join us as a shadow racer.
Yeah, go ahead, Scarlet. Fucking! Not since Brightman has a robot master's jump been so annoying. Boom!
Fuck.
Yo, what's up, Chris? The actual times on the splits don't really matter because it'll change obviously every time. It's more just so that you can, like, see see where we're at in the order. Just make double tap there. I wasn't sure if I saved. Charge, man!
What stops it from being an equalizer is if they fucking hit you, you lose your charge.
Yeah, at least in 5 and 6. 4 doesn't have that issue. I will never understand why they changed that.
I would say maybe it's 4 that has the issue, but then in like every other game after 7, you don't drop your charge when you get hit again.
Shit.
It's only 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I'm dumb.
Oh!
This one should be easy as hell, so this is the only one in the top 10 that's, like, not a challenge.
I actually don't mind charge with Buster, because I do it sometimes anyways if I'm, like...
Oh, fucking hell.
Fucking up the ground strat in 1 through 6. I don't have time to fucking get that right. I mess it up. The biggest problem is Buster only during this stage is actually kind of something I'm not used to anymore. Oh, I'm gonna get the letters, I guess. No, actually, there's no point in getting the letters. Fuck that.
Yeah, I wouldn't bother.
You have quarantine? Somebody in your family test positive? Did you test positive? One thing that's going to be really interesting is keeping track of lives across games, except for 5. Don't have to worry about that with 5.
Yeah. And E-tanks.
Ah! You fucked up my no damage.
Alright, I'm gonna take this for obvious reasons.
Everyone in your family did? Oh. Well, I hope everybody's okay. Were you the only one that didn't test positive? That would be my guess. Oh no, that's right. You told me that happened. Who was the one that didn't get it? Okay, so I got charged. Now we go to cut. Save.
Oh, the drop jump inputs, man. It's so bad.
Oh, you're okay. Which is weird because, like, I don't know. It's weird that not everybody did because, like, you're all like around each other. Especially with like the kids and stuff. If you ever want to feel how trash Mega Man 1 is, do this randomizer. And play this game in between significantly better games. You feel like you're walking around in mud.
Yeah, 1 and 2 just feel like worlds different to the other 4. Alright, I'm also not looking forward to this one.
I'm being a little more health conscious here. I can beat him, but I need to have my health intact. Oh, and then I do that for some reason. There was literally no reason ever to do that. Oh, My movement is not on point. Not very smooth. Oh, that's a death.
I have some moments where it's good, and then other moments where I'm like, have I even played this game before?
Well, that's true, and you guys would be good about quarantine. Whereas, like, some people obviously wouldn't be as good. Mudman. Castlevania. Yeah, speaking of feeling like you're running around in fucking mud. Yeah, my first day, that's exactly what it felt like. It felt like I was hit by something really hard.
I'm still, like, not sure if I had it last year or not.
I feel like at this point, if you think you might have had it, like if there were some signs, you probably did.
It was like, it was unlike anything I've ever had or anything anyone else is describing, but I also hear a lot of people say that that's exactly what COVID is it's unlike anything. It affects everybody differently.
Yeah. Well, like, I never had this taste and smell issue.
Yeah, I didn't have that issue. I had, like, for, like, a week, every 12 hours, I got another 24-hour symptom. Does that make sense? So they were, like, it was like a revolving door of symptoms. It was really strange.
Because that could be, like, long or rebound COVID or whatever they call it, but that is interesting. I don't think I've ever heard somebody describe their experience like that to me before.
I thought it was just a sinus infection at the time, but then, like, a while. I think what tipped me off is, like, the only person I had seen around that time was my mother, and she was sick that week too. But she was vaccinated, and it only hit her for, like, a day. Whereas it hit me for, like, a week, and I'm not vaccinated. Oh, God.
Yeah, that could very well be. Oh, no!
I found out that when he just does the short hops, that they call that Happy Stone.
Happy Stone? Because you can hit him so fast! And he doesn't go into his...
Well, he also looks really happy.
Oh, because he opens his mouth or something, right? Or it looks like his mouth's open? Does he only do that during the short hops?
No, it's the big ones, too.
Okay.
It's just more noticeable there, I think.
Barrow Early's really good for 4.
Nice. When he was actually using the Power Stone, that sucked ass. When he stopped using the Power Stone, it was easy.
Yes, keep shooting your shot against me, Pharaoh. You'll hit me sooner or later. Don't give up. Don't give up. You can't give up now. Yes, you can. Ooh, I wonder if I can... I don't think I hit the middle pixel. Nope.
Oh god, I just have to. Just bees. Just bees. There's nothing I can do. Just bees. I hate it.
5.
Stop. Go away.
I gotta stay on 5 and go to wave? Okay, that's gonna be a tough stage. I don't think I've ever beaten Wave Buster only.
You have charge, though.
Oh, that's
Don't you?
right! For some reason,
Yeah,
I was thinking stone was his weakness, but no, that was charge's weakness.
Oh.
Oh. How lucky.
You'll be fine. I'm trying to charge my Buster in 3 right now. Just pay no mind. You know what? I'm gonna take that.
Oh.
I'm just gonna do the ladder trick.
If I wasn't so nervous, if I felt more confident in my game right now, I'd try, like, different... Like, I'd try to use charge in this stage to see if there's anything interesting you can do with it.
I was really nervous when we first had the idea, but then I played a couple of Mega Man 7 randomizers and, you know, beat most of the bosses Buster only anyway. And a lot of those bosses are really hard, and I was like, you know what, if I can do this, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
And the Buster's axe in that game, so you can't even...
It is very bad.
Like, with Mega Man X, you could be like, oh yeah, I Bustered only. Yeah, but the Buster's really good. So it's, like,
or like
not
Mega
as
Man,
impressive.
even in, like, Mega Man 5, because of how crazy this thing is here. Other than it, you have to recharge it if you get hit. Just
The
hits
hitbox
like
is a little finicky sometimes, too, but...
Better than fucking 6's. Ugh. I hate 6's Busters so much.
It's mostly just those stupid walker enemies in 5 that have really weird hitboxes.
Yeah. I just ran into one. The one on fucking... The first one in Star. Oh, here we go.
Oh, I'm not feeling good about this.
Starman! Oh my god. Dude! He jumped, no joke, like a dozen times before he finally shot his barrier. And now he's only shooting the barrier.
Oh my god, I actually did it.
Is Hard the one with the Buster Soft weakness?
No.
It's just top?
I think, like... I don't know, actually. I basically had to out-DPS him, because we were just trading hits.
Oh, you got the grab skip.
Oh no. Just in case you thought it couldn't get any worse after I've done Tomahawk, Stone, and Hard back-to-back.
See, this is one of the reasons that like eventually I want to do, like, we're both running the same path, because like oh fuck, I just stay with wave. That's right. I am 95% sure my first 10 are significantly easier than his first 10.
Yeah, mine are pretty vicious.
Like, I can actually use some
I-
speedrun strats here.
I guess it's maybe more like first 8, but still, like, after this and the next one, it'll get easier, I think.
Like, I got super arrow early. That's gonna be really good.
Uh-oh. I kind of want to get that health, but I'm probably going to take more damage than I gain trying to get
Probably.
it.
Isn't that how it is? Like, if I was really good at 5, having super arrow, where I got it, like, That would cut off so much time. But I'm ass at 5 in the super arrow, so... People make it seem like 5's really easy to run, and I'm just like, I guess.
I think 5's the hardest to run, honestly.
Agree.
It's a hard game already, and there's a bunch of hard tech. A lot of the other games have, like, they'll have challenging moments, but then there's other parts that are, like, free.
Yeah.
Like Mega Man 3's Fortress, for example, is really easy.
Mm-hmm. You get past this. Normally, you're not expecting to, like, I got past this part, now the game is free. I can't even say that with Final Fantasy VII, because of the safer Sephiroth fight can really fuck you. Let him supernova.
Is this thing gonna kill me if I try to deboost through it? I think it will.
Probably. It hits like a fucking truck.
Okay. Okay. Jerk.
Ah.
I think the only thing they didn't throw at me was an early Electman. That was where they decided I deserved a break, I guess.
Yeah, we both got pretty lucky with the Elec placement.
Alright, how am I gonna do this? I guess I should drop a save state here, because I might be here for a while.
The really interesting thing about Ring is that it's a scripted fight, but it's still fucking difficult.
Yeah, I just have to learn how to do it.
Get hit. I'm like, yeah, my ass. Fight's fucking hard. Okay, so Starwave Guts. Too difficult?
The tricky thing for me is that it plays differently than it does when you have Pharaoh Shot.
Yeah, that's true. Pharaoh Shot just, like, in theory it's supposed to be similar to the Charge Shot, but it just feels different. Like, I feel like I'm playing a lot different when I'm using that thing. Yeah, Nin directed me towards a website that randomized the order. Is it just random.org?
Something like that.
You have to do it yourself. Like, we had to input every master line by line.
If you've ever looked for websites that just do random number generation, it's that one. They have a list option. Okay, I got this. It's gonna take forever, but it's okay.
That's what I did with Spark. Just took it fucking really slow.
Oh, I'm so dumb. And then they have, like, a gabillion damage when you take contact damage. I'm glad see, I don't know if I actually want to use that save state. I mean, I guess if we both have the option, it's fine.
I mean, I don't mind if you use it, just as long as we both know, like, okay, we can both.
As long as we don't do it in the middle of the fight.
Yeah,
I think that it's fine.
Yeah, it's got to be in the.
As long as we use it as just use it as at checkpoints only. I think that's fine.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Guts wood. Okay, here we go. The first, like, fuck me in the ass situation. This is gonna be...
You know what?
Oof.
This fight's fucking easy. What was I worried about?
It is
It's
interesting
just
how
intimidating at first, because if you try to rapid fire him, he just fires back, and it turns it into a nightmare.
it's interesting how like doing a fight with like just with the Buster can like really help you get a feel for the fight, like doing it as you would like normally. I think that really helps with Ring, with the movement against Ring, doing it Buster only. Oh yeah,
Alright,
I don't get to flash these guys. That sucks.
I have good news and bad news. The good news is you have company. The bad news is I also have to do Woodman next.
Yeah, oh god. Okay, that one wasn't as difficult.
Oh my
as I
god.
thought.
I'm so floaty, dude. Like,
Yeah,
what the hell?
it feels terrible.
Yeah, anyone who thinks Mega Man 2 is like the greatest game ever made needs to play the other games and then immediately play Mega Man 2 afterwards, and you're gonna be like, oh.
Just...
I see.
Oh, this screen. Great. Definitely like doing this screen without any of my preferred... Oh! Jump! God.
Ah, fuck. I think you can hit him like this in Wily Wars. This is unfortunate. Oh, I'm bad. Okay, that could have been worse.
Well, I'm taking the save state here.
This is
Assuming I can
probably gonna be the one that I store, honestly, but maybe it'll go really well. Oh. Uh-oh.
That screen is awful! Wow. Well, we might be storing this instead. I didn't remember the leaf shield doing that much damage.
Oh, yeah. It does a lot.
Oh.
He's kind of a scary one, just because, like, you can kill him really fast, but he can also kill you really fast. And everything's really hard to dodge.
I have no E-tanks. Oh! It's so much harder to dodge on this side! Oh, I did it!
I have a very compelling reason to store him, too. Because Metal Man's coming up in, like, 2 slots. So
Oh, yeah.
I'll be able to address it pretty quickly.
It's free then. Who do I got next? So it's Skull and then Bright. So back-to-back 4s. Wood's not Skull's not terribly hard with the Buster either. Ah. Oh, there's an E-tank in this stage. Do I want that?
Oh, never mind. Woodman's easy.
Yeah, I greatly overestimated his abilities, apparently. Oh, I'm dumb.
Alright. It should be smooth sailing for me for a little bit now, fortunately. Alright, back to 6.
Actually, you know what? We're gonna take this E-Tank. I don't remember which one it's on. What's on that one? Great. Oh. Okay.
I really regret not keeping a save state on Tomahawk, man, and having to redo that stage. That put me really far behind.
Oh, that's right. I don't have Bright. I can't do that strat. That's unfortunate. That is really unfortunate.
I never come this way.
I am not getting that E-Tank.
Oh yeah, Scarlet. Little Miss, you should play fan games. Did they ever make a demake of Rockman and Forte? Or did they only do 7 and 8? I have no idea where I am right now, just because I usually follow the different paths in this stage. You haven't heard of a remake for Rockman and Forte? I kind of figured they didn't, but I figured it was worth asking.
Oh, that's not good. I was doing so well! I was doing so well, and then I let him body me twice.
That's kind of what happened on my first few Ringman attempts.
Like, I just choked it. We randomized the 46 Robot Masters in the original 6 Mega Man games. Ooh. Oh, and I fucked that up by shooting the wrong way.
Well, I have the power suit,
Oh my
son of a bitch.
God!
I could have gone the other way and got all those Z-Tanks, so...
Okay, never mind. Skull's actually kind of a beast.
Impossible?
Man, I really choked it.
All
That
right.
first...
I have my first weakness here, so that's fun. Oops. I didn't even
Then I do that.
consider Skullman. I don't even know where he is in my list. I'm out of here, right? Yeah, I'm gonna double save because sometimes you have to.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Now to get the best weapon in the game, so the rest of the game will be free. According to casuals. So grab some E-Tanks. That's the thing I'm more excited about.
Yeah, 2 E-Tanks.
I mean, even from a speedrun perspective, having this will, and I haven't done Bubble or Flash yet, is like pretty good. It will still be helpful.
Oh, it's gonna feel really good to use it against Flash, since, like, never do that. I took an ID there. Because I knew I was at 0. And I might die to Bright. Oh, although I can use Skull against Bright, which is a soft weakness.
Oh.
Yeah, look
makes sense.
Fancy. Whoa, okay. Well, that was embarrassing. Actually, what's probably better than Skull's Pharaoh shot. Although I don't know how to, I don't remember the strategy for Pharaoh's shot to get him to not use the flash stopper or whatever.
Bitch. Oh my god. The accuracy, though. Should have used that E-tank I had.
Ooh, I thought I was gonna die there.
Well, hey, I got my life back, so that's something. You motherfucker. I don't have two, so can't get that safely.
Where should jump? Oh.
Man, on difficult, Metal Man with the Buster is actually, like, pretty hard. Like, it's not free.
I don't know if I have quick before metal. I don't see any of them on the first 29 here.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, this is gonna be a problem. Gemini as my first 3? Oh no, I have. Oh, whoop, that's right. There we go.
Why am I worried? we Buster only Brightman all the time. Why am I like, oh, this sucks?
Yeah, that's what I was happy to see. I was like, oh, okay. I'm used to that.
I think it's just because Brightman's an asshole, so...
He's an asshole. Jumps a lot. I also totally just tried to charge shot on 3. I don't think I've ever beaten Gemini Man Buster only. We'll see how this goes. Oh, I wasn't even expecting to make that jump. We still get the speed strats here.
Don't be fooled, though. I'm not doing that balloon shit on Brightman. It's not happening. Mostly because I don't have balloon. but also it sucks. So.
Yeah, we do need your music because I have none currently.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, get in there. Do I want this E-tank? Ooh. I think I do. Oh, the lag!
Oh, yeah, at least there's 2 tanks in that stage. That's helpful. Alright, so you have to, like, hit him with a pellet first and then just charge shots, right?
Yes. Son of a bitch!
He's playing kinda nice. Knockwood. Yeah, he played very nice.
There we go. That's the manipulation I was looking for. Ooh. Okay. Alright. We got there. Now it's time to die a horrible death. We do have 2 E-tanks, though, and they're probably both going to be used here.
And now that I have the Flash Stopper, we're gonna go fight Flash Man. Yes.
Oh! That was a good spot to use the Gemini laser, my man. Alright, 2 E-tanks is enough. 2 E-tanks is enough. 0 E-tanks, though, would not have been enough.
1? Maybe? Maybe not.
One's probably fine.
With some practice, 1's probably enough.
Yeah. As long as you're aggressive enough. I initially was not nearly as aggressive enough, and I was just getting hit. Alright, so Gemini, gravity. That's not bad at all. Oop. There's a lot of hits. I think I'm ahead by like a stage because Ninta had
a couple, yeah.
Storage his first one because it was ass.
No, I beat him. It's
oh,
just,
you did? Okay.
I died and had to redo the stage because I didn't have a save state. I'm gonna be a pacifistic coward, though, and say that I think we're both winning because we've both beaten masters that we were like, this is gonna be impossible. And then we still managed to do it, so...
Well, this is
oh
more
boy,
than,
item number 3.
This
now
is
we're
more
cooking.
Of a trial than anything. Yeah, how it works. Son of a bitch.
This next one might suck.
I got hit by Gravity Man. That's unforgivable. I got hit twice by Gravity Man. That's unforgivable. I'm not looking forward to Clash Buster only. I am no good at that fight.
Yeah, I don't know when he's coming up for me. I'm trying not to look too far ahead.
I got him
so I
at top
can have some nice moments of, oh god.
Oh wait. Magnet before top. Not that it's impossible, but I am glad to see that I got top before Shadow Man. That's just a fight I don't particularly enjoy.
Oh god. It's I kept thinking, like, I was so worried about Meg.
Something did happen, Scarlet. It crashed. Slobs crashed because it's a piece of trash.
Oh, Wave Man's easy. Why was I worried about this?
I keep trying to
That
charge
harpoon does a lot of damage, though.
Yeah, the harpoon is what throws me off because he throws it at kind of like an awkward time. Like, he throws it and then immediately jumps.
Yeah. But Water Wave is free. Just stand still.
Yeah.
It'll never hit you. As long as you're not in, like, a corner, that might be a problem.
I don't have Rush Jet.
I think this is where, like, watching a lot of speedruns is coming in handy, because I knew stuff like that. Like, if you just stand still, Water Wave won't hit you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I have to remember how to do these Yoku blocks. Ah!
Okay.
God damn it. Oh my god, this pencil sharpener needs to
this
calm
one's
the fuck
free.
down.
That was another one I had in my test run. I only did like 6 masters in the test run. It was mostly to troubleshoot, like, okay, how exactly does the save gaming work?
I could hop there. I could not. I haven't done this without Rush Jet in so long.
That was really unfortunate.
Oh, jeez. Ah!
Now's my chance. Except I just died, so, you know, it's not much of a chance.
Ooh, that worked out. Wasn't super comfortable with the timing there. I know, right, Scarlet? Fucking pencil sharpener. God. I mean, I don't know what you guys call them, but to me they're pencil sharpeners. Annoying pencil sharpeners that somehow was able to suck you in.
I mean, it's a magnet.
Just didn't look like a magnet.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
You? Thank you.
Alright, no snail soft lock. Feels good. You son of a bitch. I wonder what causes that.
Wee! Top right away. Then Clash and Blizzard. Blizzard I'm not too worried about, even just the Buster, but Clash. We are playing 2 on difficult. You didn't catch that the first time, so no free Buster kills today.
This is the casual Toadman kill, by the way. If you've never played the game, but oh, he didn't jump. Well played. Way to make me look like a fool.
Yeah, that's who I used to go with first when I played casually.
What's the deal with the Clash Man? He doesn't have air shooter yet.
Yeah, I don't, yeah. So I had to do it Buster. And I'm not sure I've ever done it outside of a randomizer with just Buster.
At this point, basically everything is Buster only. I've only had weakness like twice, I think.
I had gravity, which didn't matter that much because that's not very difficult regardless of weakness versus And then I did have spark for magnet, which did speed that fight up a lot. Because Shadow and Spark do such a shit ton of damage to Magnet. Poor guy. He has 2, like, huge weaknesses. Wiley's a dick.
I haven't even been to Mega Man 1 yet.
Count your stars. Your lucky stars. Because once you get there, you're going to want to do a few of them in a row. Because they are not going to feel good. I'll tell you what.
Fortunately, I do have 2 in a row, so that's kind of nice.
Yes, that will help the adjustments.
I don't know, 6 sliding doesn't feel very good either, so...
No, because it's so, like... I feel like once you slide in 6, it's like you have committed to this for life, kind of sort of contract.
Yeah.
Because you have to cancel just to be able to jump.
It's like playing fucking Monster Hunter.
They had that.
I mean, you pressed the attack button, like
oh,
you knew it. You knew it was gonna take like 5 years.
Okay, we got Clash X. Is Clash my second? Yeah. Okay. Just want to make sure we were up to date. And I do not believe I got an E-Tank in Wood. I don't believe there is an E-Tank.
Oh yeah, I still have my tank from metal. That'll be handy. Oh, do I want that? I'm not gonna need it in 6, right?
No.
And I have 2 tanks. I'm not gonna worry about it.
Not since you've already killed Tomahawk. Unless you're worried.
And Yamato,
really,
so Knight's taken care of.
So unless you're really worried about Centaur, but if you have Knight before Centaur, then that doesn't matter either. This is so much more pleasant when it's not randomized enemies that, like, want to fuck you in every one of your holes.
I found that 7 is a little bit more forgiving with that compared to 2.
Maybe the enemies are just designed better.
It's very possible.
Ugh, I can never dodge that. Ever, 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 ever. Now, I 100% did not know this, but apparently...
Fuck, I do have Centaur before Night. God damn it.
Okay, yeah, that might be a eensy bit of a problem. It would be for me, at least. Oh, son of a bitch.
I have 2 E-Tanks. It should be fine.
Apparently, you can manipulate which way the birds come from in Clash, which I did not know. I did not know that.
Yes. Yeah. That's why they take the right ladder. And that's why they take the left ladder in Wily Wars, because it just works out differently.
Makes sense.
I think the only reason I knew that was because of Wily Wars, so... Yeah, something about, like, the way it's changed in Wily Wars makes it that taking the left ladder is safer. If you try to go the right one, they just all hit you.
Cannot get that E-Tank. Well, I can get that E-Tank, but I'm not going to. I'm not going all the way back down. We're just gonna do this.
See, this doesn't feel as jarring to me for some reason.
It feels worse to me than 2, but I guess maybe that's just because I play 2 more.
I think 2 feels worse to me just because I'm always like, it's Mega Man 2, it's the one that everybody says is perfect. So I just look at it more critically, whereas this I'm like, it's the first one, it's not very good. So I kind of forgive it, I guess.
Definitely just tried to slide. Yep,
and then I think 6 is more jarring than both of them just because of how sliding is fucked.
Yeah, 6 does feel not as good as it should. Is wood like a soft weakness? I don't think so, but hey, let's give it a try. Why not?
Yeah, might as well try it.
Oh, it just doesn't hit him for anything. Okay.
Nice. Nice.
Oh my god!
Alright, don't take the Wily Wars skip, don't take the Wily Wars skip, don't take the Wily Wars skip. It will kill you.
Oh! I was doing so well! No! You asshole! Get away from me! Oh my god, I was... Oh, I'm gonna take the opportunity to reload that save state.
Alright, where's my pause button? L? R? R, okay. You cocksucker, what are you doing? Okay, that went horribly because he baited me really hard.
This guy is such a dickhole. Couldn't decide whether I wanted to call him a dickhole or a dickhead, so we went with dickhole. Oh. Yeah, sure, just teabag me, thanks.
There we go. Shoutouts to Scarlina for the next one.
One issue with this fight, and why I might have to go with storage, is because it's starting to hurt my fucking wrist. The amount of twisting I have to do in this fight. Oh, God.
suppose I should also apologize to Scarlet. Well, maybe not apologize, but if I would have never listened to Scarlet about learning Fireman first, I would now have to be apologizing and saying, help me, how do I do this? I don't understand. Also, yeah, I got the fucking Chanky Luck. Imagine that. In a run where it doesn't particularly matter. Jump? That was interesting. Okay, that was all nasty, but we're fine.
Got him, finally! That took, what, 5 attempts? At least he kills you really fast.
That's true.
Yeah, that took 9 minutes.
Well, to be fair, it's like a slow stage too, because it's very vertical.
Yeah, and we have no, I had no, what you call it? Items. Okay, what do we got? Blizzard and then Shadow.
Come on, I'd like a little bit of health for buffer. Thank you. That's enough.
Oh. Oh, that's the bigger problem with this stage. I can't get the
damage.
I have.
Oh yeah, I had flame, thankfully.
Oh lord! Jump, you piece of shit! Yeah, okay, whatever. Let's get down here. If I can die to this asshole.
Oh no, I think I know who I'm storing. Mostly because I just don't want to do it.
We're gonna take this here intentional death. Silver Tomahawk works here. All these enemies. Why, yes it does. Quite effectively. Wow. Fucking plows that thing.
Oh, I thought I was close enough to the ledge. I hate all of you. You mother... Oh my god. It begins. It's because I'm not grabbing the M. It's just throwing everything off.
Oh, just... Oh.
You motherfucker.
Oh, fuck.
When I was watching the 5 run it this past GDQ, apparently they actually consider the water wave to be the worst weapon in the game, which I was surprised by.
Well, it has to be on the ground, which is kind of bad.
I think it's because of how much lag it creates.
That would make sense, too.
And probably just because you never have to use it against anybody.
Yeah, I mean, it isn't particularly useful, except for Dark 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna store Heatman. I don't feel like doing blocks. I've done it before, and I could probably do it again, but I just don't want to, so I'm just gonna go ahead and store him.
That's fair.
Airman is really far down the list, so hopefully that doesn't become a problem and where I have to store somebody else, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, charge kick's fine.
It's mostly Power Stone that I was like, really, that's not the worst one? And I guess that's because they can manipulate it, and they only have to use it against one boss, and then they just never use it again.
Yep, especially now, because they literally skipped the second time.
Which apparently they have a better setup for that now. I have to study that and learn it.
Really? I feel like the other setup was
they-
pretty easy. Is it?
They used a setup I'd never seen before that only used one arrow, and I was like, no shit.
Okay, that would be faster. That would be faster. Interesting. I'll have to go back and watch that. I ended up watching like 3 runs. I was disappointed in myself. Fuck!
I think I have like 2 or 3 left that I want to watch. I wound up skipping a lot because I was like, I might play the game myself. Especially Xenoblade 2, I was like, I think I'm just gonna skip that. Because now I'm like, completely no life addicted to 3, so I'm probably gonna want to get the other ones too.
Man, Magnet is pretty sick on that portion of the stage. I'm not gonna risk what you call it, meltdown, top meltdown.
I actually thought, like, despite the fact that I, like, rag on the game constantly, the Ocarina of Time randomizer looked really cool.
I mean, even though the game has issues, it's still fun, so to be able to play a randomizer seems like a good time.
They did a co-op one, where they were, like, it wasn't linked up. It wasn't that one, which also looks really cool. It was just the, like, they were just both on the same seed and, like, helping each other out.
Wow, we have 3 threes in a row. Shadow, Needle, and then Hard. 3 is gonna end up being, well, luckily easy. I have Gemini, but I guess I had to go through Gemini Buster only in order to get to Needleman here. Let's have some fun with Magnet Missile, because we can never have fun with Magnet Missile here, because we never have it.
Oh, that's gonna suck.
Is it 2 related?
No. It's Drill Man.
Oh. Yeah, that doesn't sound great. Oh no! Oh god.
Oh, I even have Top Man's Weakness. Imagine that. I almost forgot about that for a second.
That fight will go fast. Is that a 2 cycle then? No, 1 cycle. If you're able to get close enough to him. I'll be done with 3 after Snake. Where Snake is, though. Oh, too early. Fucked up the B strat. Whoops.
I started watching one of the runs this morning that's another randomizer that was Pokemon Emerald, but the randomizer has the setting on where every single level up your Pokemon evolves into something completely random.
Oh my god. That...
It's absolute chaos.
Wow. Oh. Let's see if I can get the screen.
I'm really looking forward to,
Oh,
Koromon has a built-in randomizer, which I think is really cool.
that's cool. Fuck that up. F you, Lock. Whoa. That was almost catastrophic.
Oh god. I wish I would have noticed that sooner. Oh, thank you. Never mind.
Oh,
Chris is
did you have
averted.
any lives?
Yeah. Remember, kids, always remember to thank your RNG. It doesn't have to be kind to you. It chooses to be kind to you.
Fireman. Now I gotta do fire without ice.
And you don't know that strat, right? I mean, you've seen it. You could probably duplicate it.
Yes, I do. I've never done it myself.
I still only have 1 life and 1 tank, though. This isn't looking great.
I think the bigger problem is going to be the stage itself. Wow. That's unfortunate. I don't have magnet.
As long as he keeps diving, this isn't going to be that big of a deal.
What?
Thank you.
Nope. Oh my god. This is...
Thank you. I've never wanted to see dives more than right now, and he's delivering. Oh my god. Stop. Oh my god. Right at the end, he was like, okay, no more diving.
I don't think... Have I ever
Hey, I
gotten
got the
past
pixel.
this
I wasn't even trying. Nice.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, well. Oh, no! 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 I go through all this again.
Yeah, that latter part of the stage, like, really sucks. That last screen.
And that time he just didn't show up, huh? Alright, there we go.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm definitely dying.
What the hell? Alright.
Actually,
I'm just gonna, like, start intentionally running into him because I keep missing for some reason. Get out of here.
What the? Dive and then centaur? Buster only.
Well, as I discovered, because I'm bad with using Skull on Dive, he's actually really easy with Buster, so...
I forgot
There's
which
that,
game
at
Dive
least.
was in. That's embarrassing.
Oh, I have to do Crystal Buster only? Shit, okay. Maybe that won't be too bad.
I also have to do Crystal Buster only after Centaur. So, 2 of those back to back, that's fun. Ooh, I have Bright for this stage. That's actually really good. Doing Dive Buster only, I don't remember when I did it, but doing that Buster only is what really helped me learn how to not, like, have problems with that fight anymore.
Yeah, it's like you said earlier, doing it Buster only kind of, like, teaches you how the fight works a little bit better, I think. Because usually the weapons, it's like some kind of gimmick you're fighting them with, so...
Yeah.
Especially with shield weapons, it completely changes the way it works. I don't have Rush Jet yet, do I? I do not, son of a bitch, okay. Slow and steady, it'll be fine. It'll not be fine? It's not fine even a little bit. At least it's not like Wily Wars where the one that's coming on screen can hit you. Or, is that the Game Boy games that happens? Alright, I do not have a weapon to use. I have 2 lives and an E-Tank. Oh. Oh, okay. He's just coming right at me. I keep trying to charge my Buster like an idiot. That has an enormous hitbox. I think I'm gonna take the death instead of using that E-Tank. I had like half health when I started.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, that's right. You did Skull. I forgot. That's why I started talking about doing a Buster only.
And normally I don't die there, but my timing is really off. And I have 2 E-Tanks. Why did I just fucking use one? Oh my god, stupid. I think this is still enough to kill him. I was jumping too high. That was the issue. Yeah. Oh, hey, got the skip on the best level to get the skip. Okay, so we have Dive, Centaur, Crystal, and then Gyro. I should just storage Crystal for a stage.
We're like less than 30 seconds apart, by the way.
That's not surprising.
I can't. I was also gonna be like, I could just store Crystal. I can't, because then I'd have to go to Heat Man.
Yeah, I have Gyro right after Crystal, so I'm probably gonna...
And Heat's not that bad. I guess it's that I don't want to lose a bunch of arbitrary time there.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even an afraid thing, it's just a... it's going to take significantly longer. And right now, it's, like, really close, so I don't want to screw it up with something with a gamble like that.
Whoa!
I should try to learn this crystal screen at some point. Thanks, Eddie. Good looking out. As per usual. Jerk.
Oh man, not having Knight there is horrible. Oh god.
Oh, son of a bitch, I shouldn't have gone.
Nope.
Yeah.
Why can't I get that jump for the fucking life of me?
I just looked at the stream at the same time. I was like, nope. That's not it.
That was not it. No!
Power Crash is a really good backup for that section. I need to start doing that. As long as you're aware of, hey, I got hit and I have to reapply it. It's so weird menuing.
Oh yeah,
with the amount of weapons we have.
All the menuing here seems really unnatural.
Trust it.
I didn't hit anything there. I can't believe I did that.
Yeah, we're gonna take the M tank.
Ooh, I'm not used to the lag on that screen. That much lag, at least.
I always forget these enemies are here.
Oh, the two
100% of the time, I forget they're there. Alright, how the hell is this gonna work? You know what? How many lives do I have? It's Mega Man 5. I should have infinite, right? I only have 2? What the shit? How does that happen?
Nonsense. Alright, Centaur, do your worst.
Wow, he just does not have a soft weakness, okay? Or if he does, I don't have it. You hate to see it.
God, fuck off.
Oh, I also found out that they have a really neat strat on Crystal that I kind of want to learn. They, like, deliberately take a damage boost on his first, like, Crystal Eye. They get hit by one piece of it, and then they absorb two other pieces of it through iframes.
Yeah.
So for lag reduction.
There's lag, yeah.
I was like, that's interesting, and I didn't know it was a thing.
I'm not consistent enough with doing it, so I just am like, fucking, whatever, let's go. Or what normally happens is I end up taking all of them on accident, which is way worse.
And then it just shoots it again.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna storage crystal, go to gyro, and then go back to crystal. Oh, keep doing that. Keep losing time doing that shit. I hate this fucking stage. I really hate this stage.
Ooh, that was pretty slick.
Really hate this. Really hate this stage. I hate.
Really? Why? I don't think I knew that.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's not great. I don't love it.
Because the fucking super arrow strats are so goddamn annoying.
Oh, that's fair.
At least I don't have to bother saving the super arrow. I can use it at a point of my choosing.
How many lives do I have? 1? I'm gonna take that. Just for... Why not? Might need it. And hey, there's another one. You love to see it. And an E-tank. All good things. Oh yeah, and in the fucking Wily Wars run, they use atomic fire on Quickman. I was like, what the hell?
Oh.
Are you insane? Why? In the rematch, anyway.
That's really interesting.
It's because they need Crash Bomb for the,
And you can't Buster them because, well, Buster's ass.
Yeah. And they use Flash somewhere else. I forget where. I mean, you only have to hit him like twice with Atomic Fire, so it works. It's just, you know, scary.
Well, it's just so innovative.
Which, yeah, disappointing that 2 won the bid war, even though there's a bunch of people that were, like, really pushing for 3. I'm just gonna use one of the E-tanks, I think. This should be fine.
Alright, officially halfway through. So just for reference, my PB in this category is 2 hours and 16 minutes. So what I'm guessing is that it's going to be about an hour slower than that. I didn't even see, where am I next? Gyro, oh, Crystal again, that's right, fuck. I've storaged him. What, like the ESA and stuff like that? I don't like generally.
Yeah, like other companies is a weird way of saying it. Or do you mean like hotfixes?
If I'm not watching GDQ, I generally stick to certain streamers.
I did watch one the other night because someone I was watching rated them. But... And this is, like, not anything against them, but it wasn't in English, so I had no idea what I was listening to, and I was like, I'm not gonna watch this. Yeah. I'm sure it's great, but, like, I have no idea what I'm listening to, and I'm trying to play Xenoblade, and it's distracting.
I know, like, I know 2 streamers that, speedrunners that I could send people to, that, like, they're good, the runs would be entertaining. But they don't, but like most of the time they don't speak English. So I wouldn't send my audience there because they wouldn't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Especially if they're doing something that, like playing a game like people don't know. They
Yeah.
won't have any idea what's going on. At least if it's a Mega Man game, if the dude's speaking in French or some shit, I can be like, oh, this sounds lovely. While I watch him play a game I already know, like the back of my hand.
I think it. Well, okay, so I have to be completely transparent. I think it was French.
Oh. But was
Part
it
of
Mega Man?
the problem was that it was Resident Evil, the
right.
original one with the really bad voice acting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, this is kind of unlistenable.
Yeah. No, yeah.
So that was part of it too.
Yeah, like I said, if it's a game that like, I can just listen to this and the soundtrack's good, and I know what's going on, I don't really need them to speak English, but Resident Evil 1, yeah, I'm gonna need some distraction there.
Right. What was the game I just saw that they were doing on Hotfix tonight, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to watch that.
Oh. Oh God, I need to have enough. I'm just gonna use this. Yeah, I tried doing that strat. I ended up getting hit way too much. I suck at it.
Oh, it was Pokemon Legends Arceus. I was like, yeah, I'd like to see that. That wasn't at GDQ, so I was like, that could be cool.
Yeah, I mean, so the reason I still watch GDQ isn't because I love GDQ. It's good,
Let's see what these weapons
but
can
like,
do. How many
it's what
lives
got
do I
me
have?
into
3 and 2
speedrunning.
tanks?
But quite honestly, now that I'm into speedrunning, I care significantly less about events like that. Mostly because the events are, am I 25? 20. Oh, I think I missed a split? No, something's weird. I missed a split.
Wow, everything only does 1 damage. Okay.
Come on, bomb.
I'd still like seeing. It's still a good way to get introduced to games that you don't even know about. But the problem is like the final 3 days of GDQ now is just fucking Mario, Zelda, Dark Souls,
Right,
Mario,
which
Zelda,
I don't
Dark Souls,
fucking care about.
and it's like, who cares?
Unless like Patty was doing fucking Mario Maker, I don't give a shit. And I don't watch him play Mario Maker for skill. It's because he's hilarious.
Yeah.
And I can forgive the Mario making happening when the person's hilarious.
And yeah, this one especially, like, the amount of... Can you believe we're gonna run Mario 64, like, on the last 3 days? I was like, man, get over it. Like, you have a Mario 64 every single fucking event. I'm pretty sure everybody has seen a Mario 64 speedrun. It's not that amazing. I mean, it is. The runs are good, but they act like, you've never seen this before. It's like, no, I have. Every single event. Because there's always a Mario 64 run.
What's the best way to kill Joe without...
But on the other hand, I understand why they do it, because that's the stuff that is, like, for lack of a better way of putting it, it appeals to the normcore, and those are the people that they want to come give them money. So, I get it. But I like seeing stuff where I'm like, I've never seen a speedrun of this, and I'm curious to see what it's gonna be like, or I don't even know what this game is.
One problem I have...
Sometimes I'm not gonna play this game, so I'm interested to, like, watch it and get a quick version of, like, what's this game about.
One problem I've had after exposure is that oh god. Stages. This stage is hell without the ice shot or whatever. Holy shit. One issue that I have after having like longer term exposure to speedrunning is that, quite frankly, and it's the same with streamers. I shouldn't make it seem like it's only speedrunners that have this issue, because it's not.
Yeah, right. Nope. Okay, I also have to do this legitimately.
I find most, like, not most, majority of the speedrunners to be bad streamers.
Yeah, you're not wrong. A lot of them are just like, I have a world record. Watch me. And I'm just like, but you're not entertaining. You sit there like mayonnaise while you're playing it, I don't care. Right. Like, congratulations on your record and everything, but, you know. And that's why GDQ helps, because they have commentary. They have other people
but like,
handling the commentary that are actually personable.
If the commentary isn't great either, I just can't watch the run. It doesn't even matter what the game is, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah. I actually watched the Metroid Dread run this morning, and I did not think the commentary was very good, and it kind of, like, hurt the run for me.
Yeah.
And mostly because, like, they didn't talk about, like, lore or anything cool. Like, there were no, like, fun facts. It was just, hey, you know that thing we do in Super Metroid? We do it here, too. Like, hey, remember Super Metroid? That's a speedrun, right?
Yeah. You all know that game, even if you haven't played this game.
And then stupid jokes like, they should make a DLC where they allow us to save or kill the animals. That would be cool. And I was like, shut up. Like, get over Super Metroid for 2 seconds, please. And that's coming from someone who only just played it last year and was like, this game is actually really good. So it's nothing against the game, but it's like, just get over it. There's other games.
Part of that is how it's been built up in GDQ lore. Like, it was always like, oh, Save the Animals is one of the biggest things because Super Metroid, and like, it just, now it's ingrained, and people feel like they have to make the same joke over and over again. Like, I want to see some throwback jokes, like, easiest game of my life. Let's go with that instead of fucking Save the Animals. That's actually really funny.
That's why First Try is, like, still funny.
Yeah. Oh my god.
There's nothing better than, like, well, that didn't work. Let's go with the backup strat. Okay, First Try. It's like, that's good. That's good shit.
But yeah, so, like, for games that I want to learn...
Oh god, this game feels so bad. I'm so floaty.
Oh, you're playing 2 again.
It's so jarring.
It's okay. GDQ's good because it can essentially give you like my first tutorial for Final Fantasy VII was just the GDQ run. I just watched the GDQ run because it was entertaining and they were very good with lore and strategies.
It's good commentary. Yeah. If you just go to the leaderboards and watch the world record, they usually don't say shit while they're running it.
Right.
Now, there's a couple of exceptions, of course. Sometimes people will be very active with chat, but usually they're just like, oh, I have to focus. And it's like, okay, well, thanks for... I understand that you gotta focus, but do you realize it's not entertaining?
Which is
and like... a lot of people I've brought it up to are just like, yeah, but they hold a world record, so they don't have to be entertaining. And I was like, that's fucked up, honestly.
Which some people, they just watch it for the gameplay. But I like a combination of higher skill and commentary, which you can find in any game.
I would rather watch somebody that's like 20th on the leaderboard, but they're actually like commentating and talking in chat, for sure.
And you don't ever have to go that far down for like a popular game, like a Mega Man game. You can easily get one of the people in the top 5 you're gonna enjoy, in all likelihood. Son of a bitch.
As long as it's not that one that takes damage and resets the run.
Glad I didn't use the E-Tank there.
I forgot that I have Metal Blade. What am I doing?
I'm guessing it would take a lot of time in real life. Wait, fuck. God damn it. I'm screwing up these splits. Oh well. Doesn't really matter.
Also, apologies for the bad bitrate on my end. We're almost out of it.
Oh yeah, it's fine now. Fucking Bubble Man.
I loved in the Wily Wars run because they had someone on the couch that like had only played the NES versions. So when he saw Bubble Man stage, he was like, "Oh my god, it's beautiful."
What is this black magic? The one absolute banger, and otherwise mostly mediocre, not bad, but mediocre soundtrack.
Oh, this is gonna suck a little bit. Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding now. I've reversed Mega Man 3 order. It's Needle Gemini Snake.
That is actually the worst.
I'd probably store one, but I don't feel like doing Heat Man. It's gonna be such a waste of time.
Then with the E-Tanks in 3, you can get through it without too much trouble.
I don't have Shadow Blade yet either.
I forgot how to do the quick strat there. Faster strat.
Ah, oh, okay. That was actually my thumb slipping off of the analog stick. That was interesting. Oh, I need that E-Tank. How long it would take to construct an area like this in real life? You'd be surprised. Have you ever watched, like, the making of movies and stuff? Like, they actually can do that stuff really fast.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on your budget, the type of resources
Yeah.
you can pour into it.
They have, for the past, like, I don't know, dozen Marvel projects, they've done making of documentaries on Disney+, and every time I'm like, how do they do this so fast and to such, like, high degree of quality?
They're just like, money. Money, money, money.
Yeah, they just throw money at it. There's, this whole sequence of Multiverse of Madness that takes place in New York City, and you'd think, oh yeah, New York City, that's easy, right? It's just, you just go to New York. It's a fucking backlot. They reconstructed an entire section of New York City to use for this fucking movie. And I was like, how? How do you do that?
That's sick.
That's crazy. Not only the money, but like the degree of like the art design that goes into stuff like that is mind-blowing.
I mean, let's be honest. Dr. Wily creates some very large and grandiose things, but they're not the most detailed things. They're very blocky and basic. Land.
I don't think he designs the stages either. I think they're just kind of like stationed here. I think he just puts enemies into it.
Oh, so other
which
people...
begs the question of why there's so many spikes everywhere.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Exactly.
Stop. Keep away.
Oh my god, I fucking hate this guy.
Okay, yeah, I had to use a tank, but that was okay.
Flame right. Damn it.
Alright, what's next? Okay, I think...
Nin's such a boomer, guys. He's using paper. Talk about
Wait,
a blast
what?
from the past. Did you print out the list?
No!
Oh,
It's in a notepad file.
you're like, yeah, if you print it out, they'll have it numbered, and I'm like, excuse me?
Oh, no, I meant, like... Oh my god, I can't believe I typed that. I meant print as in, like, have the website print the results.
Right.
I don't even have a printer.
I didn't think that was impressive. I mean, I have one, but I run a business from home, so that's a little different.
That's fair.
Otherwise,
You probably have a fax machine, which is, like, only businesses use those.
So yes, but I have not used it in quite a while.
Oh, really? I've heard that some businesses still use those, like, regularly.
Yeah,
You'd think it would be all email, but I guess it's still more secure to do it like that somehow.
No, it's fucking because people don't want to change.
Oh. Okay, never mind. It's not as impressive as I thought it was then.
These people aren't worried about security because these are people that'll still email you from their law firm, but at Gmail. And like, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Like, you know how much money it costs to add, like, at yourfirm.com using Google Business or whatever? $5 a month.
These days it is not very expensive.
No, it is. It
to
really
like
is.
even just to have a domain, it's like pretty fucking cheap.
So like the people that have this issue, they're just dinosaurs that don't want to change.
I do not know who that is, Scarlet, now. I'm sorry. I mean, I've only been following GDQ for, like... Whoops. I guess maybe it's almost been 10 years now, actually. It's longer than I realized. But I also, like, admittedly kind of laugh when people use the words, like, not you in particular, but when they say, like, legendary runner. Because sometimes I'm like... That happened with one of the runs I was talking about, where they were like, oh yeah, legendary runner on my couch, and I was like, his commentary's not that good. Like,
Legendary
so?
runner, awful commentator. Yo, it's
Like, great.
I've only been into GDQ since 2017, I think, late 2017.
Am I fighting?
Because I only vaguely knew what speedrunning was before that.
Legendary audience member? Is that the Dance Dad? Maybe I just didn't know his name. Wow, he didn't even try to attack me. He was just like, I'm going to jump now. And you know what? That's a high-ass jump. Like, much respect. I wish I could jump that high. That'd be epic.
You did Echo the Dolphin? That is kind of legendary, not gonna lie. Fucking Echo the Dolphin. Random fun fact. The dev from Echo the Dolphin follows us on Twitter for some reason.
What?
As does the voice of Siri, the original voice of Siri. Keep doing this, god damn it. But I think those people are very much alike. They follow like thousands of people. My last three.
See, I think that's why I'm bad at social media, is like, I regularly purge and be like, well, I don't pay attention to them anymore, so I should just unfollow them because it's cluttering up the feed.
Well, it's difficult to get substantial followers. Even if you do that, like, you're only a few of them are ever going to be like somebody that contributes to your success in some way.
Oh no. Well. I really messed that up.
Why did I do that? I'm supposed to rush jet over him. I've just forgotten how to play this game now. My whole compass is just... Yeah, I'll be done with 3 within my first 30. That's kind of crazy. Actually, that's not that crazy.
I don't think I'm even close to finishing any of the I think 6 I have like 2 left, maybe?
I'm pretty sure 6 is the one I have the most left of. Yamato... I may only have 3. Yamato, Wind, and Night. Can we just quit and leave after we beat the last boss of one of the games? Or should we go through the get weapons screen since the run is still going?
I don't know.
I guess if you were doing normal 46, you would just end it, but...
Right. Yeah, I guess just bail on the last hit.
Alright, we are done. Ice, we are going to... Storage, go to stone. We have Alec coming up, so... We're done with 5 after this one.
Oh, this is hell!
Oh yeah. Oh, that fight was not fun. You know how I say, oh, this fight's fun, when it's, like, not really that fun? But it's like, okay.
This should be fine.
Yeah, you'll get through with the E-tanks. It still is not fun. That's just not an enjoyable fight, even with the E-tanks. It's just like, why do I have to do this? I should have a ton of lives for this, in case I do something stupid.
Speaking of, I'm gonna take an E-tank right now. Do I think I could have potentially... Yeah, I didn't take damage after I took the E-tank, but I'd rather do that than have to redo the fight. For sure.
Oh yeah. Well, especially when you have 3. Probably not going to use those throughout the course of the rest of those robot masters. God, I hate these Mets. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna be completely honest. I did not know you could go back screens.
Oh yeah.
That was really jarring because I
don't
was
know if you can
not
do it
expecting
everywhere or only there, but it is definitely like a what the fuck. Actually, maybe getting the balloon is still faster. Because you do get to skip a large portion of the stage. I don't know. It's not like it's a terribly difficult part of the stage. You might just slide through it.
No, you might be right. My bigger issue isn't that the stage is like... It's like difficult or anything. But I am... I'm not used to it, so like...
Yeah.
I'm taking it like I'm babying everything. It's, yeah. Okay, Bubble Toad Alec. Do not have item 2, so I don't have to worry about doing that trick.
Oh no. Ow. I think that mashing actually hurt a little bit. I should have just let him land, but I didn't want to risk, like, actually taking damage and dying.
Do any of these... What is it? Nope. Neither Clash nor Wood
5...
hurts this stupid thing.
Oh, you barely touched 2. Holy hell.
Yeah.
Why am I bad? Just charge shot the tiger forehead. It's easy. Okay, that's... Okay.
I definitely forgot to do it to the first tiger.
What?
First tiger just fucking walled me. Can you die, please? Oh my god. Alright, Bubble with Buster. This will be interesting. I have no lives. Okay, I guess we're taking a... save stage here.
God damn it, Eddie. You get points for, like, I wasn't at full health. So sure, dropping health made sense, but I was also missing, like, 2 hit points, so fuck you.
Oh, shit.
Now here come the lives.
This is not a great fight. Oh.
That's all. It's really bad. Yeah, it's amazing that some of the, like, easier robot masters, if you do Buster only, actually become kind of challenging.
I lose. How much? I've lost, like, way too much time doing that. Starting the game instead of just going to continue.
Yeah, I'm still training myself to be better at it.
Why the battles seem more intense than normal? Because we don't necessarily have the weaknesses for everyone. Ooh, underrated here.
Yeah, for the most part, we have, like, most of the weapons now, but there's still a couple of problems.
Having flash for fucking Toad is... Wasn't thinking of that.
Okay, 5 is almost done. Okay, finally! Airman. I stored Heat Man like 24 masters ago.
Fuck, I am bad. I was like jamming, but I wasn't jamming early enough. Now I have to fight this guy like an asshole.
God, has it been 2 hours already? It doesn't feel like it. Guess that's a good indicator of, like, it's fun, if nothing else. You son of a bitch! I haven't died to that in fucking years.
I know this is gonna seem really jank. Oh, I have 2 E-tanks, never mind. I'm gonna take this save state before Toad.
What? What? Do you have like 2 health or something?
I have enough where if he bodies me...
Oh, yeah, that's fair. And he did hit me once, so... Why am I having trouble with that guy in particular?
Oh, I fucking missed the bubble. Alright, Alec, then I can go back to ice. Again.
Oh, what the hell? Why did it knock me that way? Well, that's unfortunate. That was like a deliberate deboost that went completely awry because it knocked me in the direction I wasn't expecting it to.
Oh, I wasn't behind. I see. I just gotta skip I gotta skip another one. Because I storaged one. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why is there one behind? That would be a pretty good reason as to why. Alright, we're gonna try to jump. Oh! Okay.
On the other hand, some fights we have the weakness and we wouldn't ordinarily have it.
I have no lives. Oh, this is a risk.
Now's my chance.
Well, I'm an Alec with no lives. Dying to him is not out of the question, even with cut.
So I basically have to slip the big eye before the boss door like a 20 to get some.
Fucking big eye.
Okay, while I'm here, I'm just gonna go ahead and go do Heat Man. Because I'm probably going to want to store ice as well. Among a few others. You had a lot of trouble with Skull, and I do not know where he is, and I don't have Dust yet.
Yeah,
so
Skull
that's
is
another one that I'm like... I should probably prepare for that.
Would recommend after Dust, if possible.
Or, well, I have Ring!
Oh, does Ring
Maybe it would be okay. It pierces his shield.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I'm regularly surprised that they don't use that in the run, but like it's probably too slow to switch to it.
4 has like the notoriously slow weapon swap screen. Okay. Like, for it to stop and then like reappear, it just takes for fucking ever. In addition to the enemy health bars taking forever.
And it's hard to predict how, if like when he throws the shield up, is this going to be one of those times where it's up for a year and a half and it's worth switching? Like it's too hard to predict that, I think. Because he will definitely put it up for like a solid 5 seconds and just sit there sometimes.
Just look at you. Like,
you just never know when it's gonna happen.
Oh, wait. Skipping that one.
Another nice thing about storing heat is it allowed me to get Bubble Lead, and I wouldn't have had that otherwise.
Yeah, not that Heat's a bad fight with Buster, but it takes for fucking ever.
Yeah. So yeah, that saved me a lot of time.
Actually, I'm fine with having no lives here. If I fuck up, might as well just die anyways.
I think the thing I'm scared the most of is quitting and forgetting to save. Which is why having it be like a randomizer hack would be very handy, because then we wouldn't have to worry about just like slipping and forgetting.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been super paranoid about that too.
For a second, I was like, oh, I have the Magnet Beam for Gutsman. That doesn't make sense, though.
I got through the whole pit.
Why would I have had that?
Now I'm going to have to do that in my actual runs, and I'm going to lose many runs that way. Because I'm be like, I can do this without the pit now! Or without needing to stop in the middle of the pit. They're like,
oh no.
You silly fucker.
My got fucked up. Oh, I didn't have any lives. Interesting.
Alright, that's the end of one.
Hot take, the Mets at the beginning of Gutsman's stage are the hardest part of the whole stage.
I still despise the platforms themselves. quick.
I just can't get the timing down on those bastards. Whenever I think I have it down, they're just like, nope, gotcha.
Well, I have 4 2s in a row. Heat, air, metal, flash.
What the hell?
That's weird. I'm definitely gonna storage heat for air right after air.
I think I only had 6 line up as 2 in a row. That might be incorrect, though.
Yeah, maybe it won't be an hour. Maybe it'll be like 40 minutes. Wow, he does a lot more damage to you than I remember. That's actually going to be a huge problem once we get to the...
Okay, I don't really know how to do this fight.
Oh, I'm dead. Oh, no, I'm not!
I tried to learn it once, and I didn't really figure it out.
The guts fight?
Yeah.
The timing on it's so irritating. You have to jump right when he's falling. It's...
Okay, I just matched through it, and thankfully he played really nicely.
Well, there you go.
He just stayed on his side of the room, and everything was fine. If he decided to come at me, everything would have fallen apart. Even the people who never frown eventually break down.
Alright, what, that works. Alright, no lies, but I do have an E10.
Alright, so we're bailing on final hit.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what we decided? I just have to remember.
Alright, drill, dust, ring. There's another run, a run of 4 this time. They don't have dive for drills, so that's good. I guess it just makes sense to storage dust because rings right afterwards. Like there's no.
Yeah, you might as well. Just makes the fight faster. Which maybe adds an interesting level of strategy to the whole concept, because otherwise I was kind of feeling in the first like parts of the run, I was like, we're only ever gonna store like Heatman and Iceman and Electman. But if we have that option, that makes it a little bit more interesting.
Right. I've just completely disregarded my training on this stage. Should be using Lash Stopper, like, everywhere. Instead, I've used it nowhere. Actually, I'm taking an E10.
Yeah, I kind of didn't use it either until the last section.
Hey.
I can either store ice until Elecman, or go get the magnet beam early and then store Skull until after Dust. I can't do both.
Oh, that is an awkward...
I think I'm just gonna go get Magnet Beam early. I don't know. Will I return to 4 before then? How many E-Tanks and lives do I have? If I have enough E-Tanks, then maybe I'll just go do that.
Alright, we're in storage dust.
Because Elecman's stage takes so long.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a huge time loss.
Dude, what are you on right now? I guess it could depend on where we are, relatively speaking. So you want to push?
Yeah, it's tricky because some stages are faster than others.
Whoops.
I will have to go do Dive and Skull before, or Dive first, and then I'll see how many tanks I have.
Oh my god, stop that.
Yeah, the drop jump inputs are pretty annoying. Thanks for scolding them for me.
Oh no!
I don't have Jet. It's fine. I'm not gonna need the health. It's Windman, and I have his weakness. Like, dude, come on.
I do too. I'm not even gonna know what to do with myself. Which is like even doubly weird because like we fight him with his weakness at some point, and it still would feel weird to fight him with his weakness in his stage.
I think it's really funny that my final Robot Master... Well, no, he wouldn't be first. I was gonna say, he's like who you'd start with in a normal 46 run, but it's Bomb Man. We don't start with Bomb Man. Casually, you'd start with Bomb Man. Okay, 2, I think? Well, 2's done now.
Son of a bitch!
I hope I have a lot of tanks in 4. I think... Electman stage is so long. I don't think I want to do that twice.
I have never done that trick before. And I fucked up because I didn't know what I was doing. The infinite sun glitch.
Oh. Yeah, I don't really know how to do it. It just kind of happens sometimes.
It sucks because I ended up using more energy than I did early on because I couldn't figure out what the fuck was happening. Dust out of storage. Oh, wait. We will be using bright all that we can in dust storage.
I just don't need that E-tank.
Nope. Yep. Fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Right when I jumped. How many lives do I have? 0? Might not be such a bad thing to take an ID here, but...
Couldn't any of these be grouped together? Like, I have 3 games complete now, and the rest of them are all still just scattered about. 3 games? 2 games. Maybe it's just 2, but still.
I mean, you've caught up to me in terms of games finished. Oh, no, I have 1 more finished than you do, because I think I'm only on 2 and 6 after... Well, after this. I have only 2 and 6.
Can you rush jet over these things? You can, right?
Yep.
For a second, I was like, no, that's only a Wily Wars thing. Don't try it. You're just gonna die.
Damn it.
Oh.
I guess we're E-tanking it. Wind. Again. Wind. Heat, air, metal, flash, night. I should just switch Night Yamato too. Storage night. One thing I'll say about doing this run, it really takes you out of rhythm for doing like strats you normally would.
A little bit, yeah. But I also tend to look at it as, if for whatever reason, like, you fail the strat and you need to back it up, at least you'll be, like, more familiar with the stage.
Oh, yeah. It's not a bad thing.
Because I've definitely seen people fall off a strat and then they're like, I don't know what to do now.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's just in terms of like being able to optimize the time.
All right, I'm gonna store ice. I only have one E-tank. And I don't think they're already on this stage, are there? Eddie?
Oh!
There's a couple on Skull, though, isn't there?
Yes. One's not... One's kind of a pain in the ass to get, the other one's pretty easy. You just have to remember to go right.
Oh yeah, the one that will make Scarlet happy. Eddie, goddammit. Good one job.
Alright, so we got heat next that we're going to store for air, which I then have app right after that.
Oh, come on, I pressed jump. What happened?
Oh, I don't have flash stopper. Oh, I'm gonna have to do the... I'm gonna have to do the little jumps. Or flash, whatever. Little jumps, can I do it? The man still got it.
Oh, the corner jumps.
I only did one. And then I'm like, I'm not pressing
fuck
my
that.
luck. That's good enough. I proved to myself.
You motherfucker.
Oh, I actually... No, I don't. Maybe I can. I don't think I can mash them fast enough. It's almost like he has wall hacks.
Oh no. Oh no. I didn't have any lives? Oh, because I died earlier in the stage. Well, I lose. There's no coming back from that, I'm pretty sure.
And dive?
Yeah. I made like one mistake on the fight. It was no damage until that point, and then I made one mistake and he was just like, "You're dead now." This is war, motherfucker. Like... And yeah, since I died earlier in the stage, I didn't have any lives left. Maybe there's still something that'll give Twain pause, but I highly doubt it.
No, my last order is pretty forgiving, I would say.
My hope is like a big mistake like that, or just one of them is a very long stage, and that I have short stages left.
I could fuck up on heat still, even with the item too, because I like to do stupid things. Alright, heat out of storage.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Do that.
Oh yeah. My least favorite stage in this whole fucking game. At least in terms of like speedrun strats. Actually, that might not be true. No, it is true. Wood would be second, but it's... I don't dislike it as much as this state.
Okay. I can either not screw up. I'm not using the E-tank, so I have to not screw up, or take a tactical death.
No! I fucked up!
All I did was accidentally shoot one of my charge shots off the wrong side of the screen. And that was enough that all of the dive missiles were on me.
Oh. Oh, that's unfortunate.
And
that's
then I panicked, and then he just started charging at me.
That's one of those fights where if you have rhythm, he is easier than you think, but if you lose that rhythm, he becomes impossible.
Yup. Hey, I got the pixel. Nice.
That's the best stage to get the pixel on. Because of the slow water physics otherwise.
Oh wait, no, we're going straight to Skull.
Oh, that's bad. They played nice. Behind again. And my splitting is fucking terrible. I guess that's to be expected.
Well,
it's not even a bonus area, it's just
I'm not gonna be mad about it.
An area for those at a leisurely pace. You're not gonna be mad about what?
Eddie giving me an extra life.
Oh.
It's like, that's, like, it's not an E-tank, but it's helpful, I guess.
I don't have the flash stop. Oh, God. Okay, well.
Oh, you haven't fought Flashman yet?
You cannot just damage boost to these things. They are...
So I want to go... I'm not going to get that one. I think I'll be okay. I have 2.
Oh! I fucked up the golden hallway. The bronze hallway.
Alright, 3 lives and 2 tanks. Oh, Ring doesn't do bonus damage, though. It just pierces his shield. I mean, I just got like 4 hits because that shield was up for forever. I was gonna take the tactical respawn, but I'm actually feeling okay about this. I'm gonna tank.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you had a great start. Just fucking... Oh!
Buddy hits so hard.
He gave you the short shield.
That was actually a lot closer than it should have been. would not recommend fighting him like that, but I still think that was a better idea than, and I got like 3 pixels this fucking run. I still think that was a better idea than doing elect basically twice.
Yeah, probably. Just in terms of time, just use a few E-tangs.
Especially when I only have Dust left, and I'm probably not going to need to use tanks on him. Oh god. 6 feels so bad, like, after doing everything else, too.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't have the same, like, mud feel, but it is, like... I feel like I'm restrained somehow. Like, it doesn't have... I don't feel like I'm floating, but there's something there that's, like, shackling me. Something that shouldn't be there.
He even, like... If you give me an E-tank, I'm gonna scream. He even, like... After a slide, he just, like, sticks to the ground for, like, just a couple of frames.
Mm-hmm. Even if you slide cancel, he does that. Like, it's...
No, I'm just... Even if it's just a normal slide, he just stops. You can slide out of it, which is kind of what makes it okay, but... He just screeches to a halt. It feels like they completely reprogrammed the engine or something, and they mixed something up. Didn't get it quite right.
I guess it was just... They were just playing around, because they're like, oh, who knows if anybody's actually going to even play this game. But still, like, why? It's like you're adding more work for yourself unnecessarily. Oh, that's the end of 2.
Oh my god.
Alright, so I'm gonna bank Knight. Storage Knight. Flappy. Whoops. Forgot to use how to use this thing. See, this is one of the big reasons I wanted to try this sort of thing. Just re-familiarize myself with everything. I'm gonna get back into speedrunning. It's just a matter of what I want to do. Excuse me. Although honestly, I was thinking about doing 11 first. That's one I've always wanted to learn more.
Yeah, I think Scarlet, was it you that asked about it, like, not too long ago? And I was like, I'm kind of feeling the itch for speedrunning, but it's just a matter of time. Like, there's too many other things that I want to stream right now that there's just no room in the schedule.
Dude, I Hey, like, thank you for the resub, much appreciated. What's that? 11 months. It's a lot of months. I appreciate you. What I was gonna say is that I don't have that issue on Twitch. I'm either playing Warzone or I'm playing Genshin. And yeah, there's gonna be a lot of Genshin time coming up because of the updates, but I need something more like in between the updates. And instead of just not streaming, I'm just gonna work on speedrunning more. That and I'm not streaming Warzone as much recently. Not that I mean we're still playing it, but I'd say we cut down the amount of nights a week we played by half a week. so instead of like 4 times, we're really only playing twice. The more often before, like, my Wednesdays are free. I suck at that fight.
Did I miss a split somewhere?
Probably. It might also be because I felt so, like, bound in YouTube. There's, don't get me wrong, there's skill involved in Phoenix Wright games, but a very different type of skill than in a platformer. And I miss being able to play games. There it's just an elongated...
Yeah, I get you.
And so, for me, the most fun way to play games is speedrunning in terms of, like, that's gonna fucking challenge me. Actually, I didn't want to do that there.
You know what? I'm gonna...
Oh, that hit me?
I don't know if that was actually a good idea. Okay, why are you motherfuckers so aggressive? What the hell was that about? They were like Mega Man X3 enemies. They were on screen and they were jumping on me.
Yeah, Dual Destinies, I mean, that's the next Phoenix Wright game. After the, I'm done with Chronicles after this. The issue is that I'm going to play something in between this and Dual Destinies, and that's the second 999 game. We're going to do that in October as, like, horror month, that and Little Nightmares, since Little Nightmares was fucking... I was going to play it last year, and then I decided not to. And this year is just free on PSN, so I was like, oh, well, that's a sign.
That was a really cool one. Not too long either, so you're not going to be...
I don't even know what it is. It just looks cool. Like, is it a... Like, what's the engine?
Like, what type of game is it?
Yeah.
What would I compare it to? Almost like a point-and-click adventure, I guess.
Oh, really?
There's not, like, combat or anything, and I wouldn't call it, like, a platformer.
But also more than, like, those RPG Maker horror RPGs I played before that are... Like, they're fun, don't get me wrong, but you just move around and talk. You can't ever fight anything. What game are you talking about, Light?
I need to finally go back and play the roguelike endless mode they put in Inscription for this October, I think. I never got around to playing that. Did you just give me an E-tank, you little cock? No, I think that was a life. Okay, we're fine. Carry on.
Inscription, that's one of the games that looks super cool, and I'm just like, I'm never having a chance to play it.
Just watch Patty play it. It was really entertaining watching him play it.
Especially since I don't have to worry about catching things right away, since he regularly uploads all of his streams to YouTube now. So if I miss something, I'm like, oh, just keep it, rewatch it on YouTube later. I don't need to watch him live to enjoy him. Oh, Hades? Yeah, I know what Hades is. Hades, I've watched Patty play Hades, I've watched View play Hades. Did you play Hades then? You played Hades too, didn't you?
It was the first episode of the first 30.
Okay, so, yeah, it was...
I haven't gotten back to it since then.
Semi-recently that you had put the video out. But yeah, I've watched View play it a few times, and I've watched Patty play it a few times. It looks like it's a really fun game. Ren plays it, I guess, a lot.
Oh no. I used almost all my ring. What was I doing?
I have Fear Effect, actually. Fear Effect is a very good game. I do not know what Haunting Ground and Sandy's Requiem are, though. That's the thing, though. I'm not really looking to play, like, horror games. I mean, I play those RPGs because they're, like, little, you know, relatively free to play or very cheap RPG Maker games. I was really interested to try them. I don't. Otherwise, I don't play horror games too often. I found out that I have Resident Evil 7, and I just didn't even know that. Must have got it from PS Plus one month. So that's a game that would be a horror game that's on the list. The last time I played Resident Evil was Resident Evil 2 in January of 19, I think. So I don't think we're really tied to October for those games. Just 1 month's just not long enough to be like, oh. Especially since I only stream on YouTube 2 to 3 times a week. And now Tower of Fantasy's out, and I'm like, I kind of want to play or sign up for it just so I can get like the first, like those who sign up within the first month rewards, and then I'm gonna play it and then be like, this isn't as good as Genshin, but it fills time in a similar fashion, and then that's gonna be another game that just well, the real
Why did I look at chat while climbing this ladder while you're looking at chat? Am I stupid? Anyway, sorry, carry on.
No, it's fine.
It's such an ignorant thing to do.
One of the really cool attractions to that game, to Tower Fantasy, is that you can create your main character. Instead of, oh, you pick between this blonde-haired male and this blonde-haired female with pretty basic-looking attire. Fantasy, relatively speaking, for fantasy.
Are you kidding me?
Hey, I had the same problem.
What is happening? That was just bad timing, but what the hell? Jesus, I haven't even heard of that one that you're talking about now.
I only know it because a lot of people that play Genshin that I follow on YouTube are like talking about it. Like, we don't expect it to be as good as Genshin, but it might be good to play when there's downtime with Genshin, so we have other content to create. And I'm like, because you shouldn't base your channel entirely on one gacha game.
Yeah,
maybe that's part of the issue. Like, because the people that
and the unfortunate thing.
Genshin, they're just like, you all sound like entitled streamers. They're like, this game's just, I don't even know. Like, the game's fine. You just say that because you literally need to create content every day to make money. But if you don't...
And therefore, they're probably burning through the content as quickly as they can, and then they're being like, no, there's nothing to do.
Most of them are to the point where they already have 2 accounts, so making another account would be dumb. But like, I don't feel sympathetic for you at all, because most casual players, even I play the game a lot, I'm still a casual player. If there's a lull in content, that's fine, because in 4 weeks, they're gonna give me a whole nother game's worth of content.
Right.
For free!
Yeah, it's something nice about the free service. People really look down on the free service approach, and I'm not sure why. They try and be like, oh, remember when games came out and they were like done when they came out? And it's like, yeah, but what's wrong with a game coming out and having 2 years of content updates? Like, that, how's that a bad thing?
Well, so there's a difference between like Genshin, which came out and it had pretty good amount of content even just to start. It wasn't necessarily the most compelling, but it was good and it was fun. You had a bunch of characters, whatever.
Yeah.
Versus like, I think even maybe less so than free are just simply incomplete games that end up becoming free to play because of how fucked up the launches end up being. Like Destiny. Destiny releases as a $60 game that has enough content for like a $20 game. and then you have to buy all the rest of the DLC to make it a full-fledged game. And then you're like, what? Why?
Didn't kill me? What the hell?
What? Why? But then you got games like Genshin, like you said before, you play Genshin, you don't ever feel the need to spend money, and you still get a lot of playtime if you choose to play it.
Yeah. Yeah, I played a lot of that game. Now I'm just like, I don't have the time.
Well, and even the people that don't get, like, if you've gotten through Leeway, you have still played between 40 to 50 hours at least of game for free.
Right. Which is a lot.
Yeah. And it's not like it's just some 8-bit, like, oh, this is just a fan project that people... That's a really well fucking made game. Fizzle, what do you mean by style-wise? You mean in terms of like how
he jumps right into it?
How we speedrun it? Because if we're talking about speedrunning levels that I hate, Alec would be up there.
Yeah, this stage is ass.
Nothing in 6 is... Oh, actually, it's probably X3? Mr. X3? Is that the one I'm thinking of? I feel like I could not go fast in that stage. Because I will die, because of all the fucking pits. That's probably my least favorite stage to speedrun, because I can't speedrun it. I'm just not good enough.
What is any stage in Mega Man 9 and 10, Alex?
There's also that, yeah. I mean, 10 stage design is better than 9. I'm just worse at 10 for some reason. 9 stage design is just what's happening.
The early stages in 11 are really difficult, too.
Yeah. Especially with Torch. Torch is... Oh my god.
Yeah, Torch, Tundra, Impact, they're all, like, pretty difficult stages to do first. Oh my god.
Yeah, the next map is going to be released at the end of this month. One thing they're doing, too, that's actually really good in terms of, like, getting content out faster is apparently, at least for 3.0, they're saying that the patches are going to be out 1 week less. Now, that means 1 week less to get a specific character you might want, but it also means that the patches and new content are going to be going through faster, which is great.
Oh. Yeah, my whole timing was off for that entire section.
I totally thought you had enough time to make that.
Yeah, my rhythm was just off for the entire thing.
Oh, in terms of how the stage looks? Well, that would be Purple Hell. That stage just looks terrible. I also don't like the way Dustman looks. Although I don't think that stage is supposed to be particularly aesthetically pleasing, considering it's about a dude whose power is dust. The Wily stages in 4 they're not ugly, but they're also very, like, generic looking. And the music kind of backs that up.
How the hell are you even supposed to do this?
Jump over there. So you're not supposed to jump all the way to the left.
I got it.
Yeah, you gotta. It's a pain in the ass. Oh, yep.
It's a little scary, but everything's fine.
They put themselves in weird positions, but they all played relatively nice once you were out
Yeah,
there.
they put themselves in a position to give me anxiety, but then they didn't actually act on it.
Danny's Requiem messes with you, not to give too much away. Anyways, Purple Hell's Mega Man 2, one of the Wily stages, and then Dustman's Mega Man 4. There's a part where the screen turns itself off and volume randomly increases hunting grounds. That sounds like some Metal Gear shit. Or like fucks with their head like that. You play Castlevania. Woman and a dog who walk around this mansion being chased by some type of humanoid monsters. No life bar or anything like that. This unseen panic meter. It sounds kind of like Outlast. She freaks out on the screen, shakes and blares. Outlast was honestly a game I couldn't get through. My chest would hurt playing that game.
Did I forget to split Elecman too? I think what's bothering me is I'm like, did I outright forget a Robot Master? I only stored ice and heat, right?
That I know of, yeah.
I think I just reached and like didn't fully hit the split button or something like that. Or just forgot.
That sounds a lot like Outlast. How old is that game? Is that pre-Outlast? Outlast is, what, PS3? So that was pre-Outlast. They did it before Outlast did. Cult of the Lamb? Does membership come with cucumber sauce?
Cult of the Lamb looks pretty cool. I've been watching somebody play that.
What system is that on? Console. I always say system, it's fucking console.
It's at least on PC. I don't know what else it's on. Actually, I don't think it's out yet. I think it's in beta still, like early access.
Oh.
That was scary. Oh, it fully came out today. Or is coming out today or whatever.
Interesting.
That was my last life! Oh, man. I didn't know that.
That is
I mean, not like
brutal.
I would have been able to beat him with that amount of health, so it's kind of fine, but... This went to hell on my last, like, 5 stages, somehow.
Which is weird, because we were assuming that the end would be easier.
I think that Dive Man game over kind of tilted me.
Yeah, that's it.
That was just so crippling that I was like, okay, it's over now.
Part of it is having to fight through that sort of setback, I guess.
Then I had a stupid death on Plant. Shadow was fine. Ice was stupid, Elec was stupid, like, all of 1 was just stupid then, at that point. Oh my god.
I had fun with most of these. There were a couple... Wood was not fun. Skull was not fun. Gemini was not fun.
Wood was actually surprisingly easy. I thought it was going to be way harder than it was.
And it wasn't necessarily super difficult. It still wasn't... I still hated the fight. I'm like, oh god. I think you had an easier time than I did, though. Clash was not fun. Fuck that.
I think most of mine turned out to be easier than I was expecting. Like, I was pretty worried going into it, but...
Centaur wasn't fun. Some of these ended up being not as bad as I thought they would be.
Wow, really? Okay.
What most looking forward to in the you mean just from the map's perspective, or from like the whole lore, the whole update, unlocking of that region? Because if we're talking about the map, I'm really interested in seeing. So the new map is the academia area, like center of Teyvat. So I'm interested in seeing like what like the epicenter of that academia looks like, with all the, because it still has a very forestry aesthetic. So I wonder if it's going to be like an Avatar sort of setup, where it's like it's buildings and shit, but also like with nature. But yeah, I mean, aside from that, I really enjoy the story, the developing story, and the thing that I like the most are meeting new characters, so that's probably...
Whoa, that's wild. 4 of the 6 of these were on the same spot in the stage select screen of my last ones that I needed to do. Yeah, I did all of them, so I just missed the splits.
Yeah, so I was aiming for sub 3 hours, so this was... the run wasn't particularly good, but it was, I hit my goal.